Hello and welcome back to Lorbeck Luxury Cars. I'm your host Harry, and today we're going to be looking at this stunning Jaguar F-Type Coupe R. Now, just last weekend I was out having dinner in Sydney, and out of the corner of my eye I saw this stunning grey Ferrari Roma drive past and catch my eye. And I thought it was one of these, because if you look at the side profile between the two cars, they are very, very similar. They've got very similar lines, and that just goes to show how well the F-Type has aged over time. When Jaguar released this car, they came out with both a V6 and a V8 model, this one being the Supercharged 5-litre V8, of course. And the only real telltale signs that this is the V8 is the quad exhaust tips out the back, and this tiny little R badge placed right here as well. To the average eye, it'd be very hard to tell that this thing is packing a whopping 550 horsepower and 680 Newton meters of torque. So let's get in the car and take it for a drive. Welcome to the driver's seat of the Jaguar F-Type. Now, just from driving it around the block a few times, I can say with certainty that this thing is just all about drama. Jaguar fitted it with a super loud sports exhaust, which you'll get to hear in a minute. Even just looking around the interior, there's little things like when you turn on the AC, you get these vents that rise up from the dash. We'll jump out on the road just so I can show you what this car is all about. And first and foremost, we're going to hit the drive select button down here, so then the car is in dynamic. We're going to put the traction in its sporty setting, exhaust is on, and the wing is up. I'm also going to move the gear selector over into S, hit it forward once so I get to use the paddles, and let's have a listen to what this thing sounds like. So as you can hear, super loud and aggressive, and there's this little trick that you might not know about, but when you're in gear at around 4,000 RPM, you can just tap your foot lightly on the throttle and you get these massive pops and bangs out the back of the exhaust. So this car is all-wheel drive. Back end will come out slightly, and then those front wheels will kick in just to pull you out of the corner. It's not too intrusive, it is quite rear biased, which is what I like, compared to the original F-Type that was purely rear wheel drive, and that thing was like a bag of angry cats. It was very hard to drive in the wet. It would like to spin up its wheels at any opportunity given, and I think that the all-wheel drive system in this just makes it far more usable on a day-to-day basis, and it just helps massively with traction coming out of some of these corners. There's those pops again, and this car really just brings out the child in you. Steering's great on this thing as well. I don't have any complaints whatsoever. The car is a fully aluminum chassis, so it's really light and it's quite quick on its feet. Gearbox wise, the classic ZF8 speed. It's in everything, it's been around for ages, it does the job. It's probably not as quick as a dual clutch, but upshifts are really snappy, downshifts are smooth. They're not as quick as a dual clutch, but perfectly acceptable, and I mean for 2013 this is by far one of the best gearboxes they could have gone with. So to sum this car up, I think that the Brits did a really good job, and it's the closest thing you'll get to an American muscle car. It's almost like you get the best of both worlds. You get the prestige and performance of a 911, but with that American muscle car grunt.